What's up, y'all? It's me, Erica. It's Monday, and we're going to talk about why this man is really trying to move this big-ass U-Haul truck in between all these cars that are parked trying to get gas. Go ahead and like, subscribe, and comment. Let the diva know you stopped by. Let me back up just a little bit. So I'm on my way to the office this morning, only because I have to help these people set up their class. I have a class, so I'll be working remotely while they are at the office social distancing. So I have to go help them set up their cameras. And yeah. So that's what I'm gonna go over there and do, make sure they're set up okay, and then I'm gonna come back home. So that's what's about to happen. So I guess we could talk about Real Housewives of Potomac. We could talk about P-Valley because I need to take notes. I watched P-Valley. I watched P-Valley last night. It was really, really good. It was so good. I don't know what's going on or what's happening, but it was really good. What's going on? And what you can't have now, leave and you will. 7 zeros over in Rio de Janeiro. Ain't nobody hero, but I want to be heard. On my hot 97 every day, that's my word. 5 plus 5. Who drive millenniums? It's all about the Benjamins. What? So, let's go through the ladies, I guess. I missed the scene with Monique and Karen. I don't know what was wrong with my internet. I mean, with the live stream that I was watching, it went, I don't know what happened to it, and then it like paused, and then it paused for a long time, and then when it came back, it was on the next scene. So gotta get this. I'm facing the sun. We haven't been on the road in a long time, y'all. For the new subscribers, honey, every morning y'all would ride with the diva to work. Ride with the diva to work, honey. I make the people nervous looking at my phone and reading, and oh my gosh. So let's start off. Who did they start off with? Gizelle? All I know, I mean, I guess we could just talk about it. Okay, when I was watching last season, I was watching the reunion from the last season, and how Michael, I was here for the fact that Chris, Candiace's husband, was saying, why is it that you are the only one who's right? Like, every person, and that's one thing that I do not like when some people do that. Every observation that someone has about you and your behavior is not wrong. And if 4 or 5 people are saying the same thing, that you have a pattern of behavior, there's some truth to it. Now, whether you don't believe it's inappropriate what you're doing, of course, because you're the one who's actually doing the violating, but the people you're violating, they don't like it, right? So we come back and we show that Candiace and Monique hugged it out. You know, we come in showing that they've been cool. They show some pictures of them before, this and that, and they've been cool. And you know, they are promoting the fight because Monique, I mean, we don't know what happened, and here it's another. This is another example of, you're gonna have to see what happens. Like, and for the record, I don't have a dog in none of the fights. I don't care for Gizelle. Robin is tolerable. She doesn't offer anything, so there's no reason not to really like or dislike her. So I'm just whatever with Robin. Candiace is her issues with her mom. I'm glad that she got that she's not taking any money from her mother, because what that was creating was a codependent relationship. It was. And she needed to cut her mother off financially. And I think the next step will probably limiting her camera time. I think that would be the next best thing for Aunt Dottie, is to limit that lady's camera time, because she likes it a little bit too much for my taste. She likes it a little bit too much. And you know, we saw that, and I'm glad that she's not taking money from her mother anymore. Karen, we see that all I saw was when Karen let Monique in the door, and then based on what people were saying online was just basically that Karen was being more open about what's going on with her and Ray. Now, you are like almost 25, I think 20 years younger. Is she like 20 years? I want to say maybe like 18, 17 years younger than Ray. It's something, but apparently they're at this road in their marriage where it's like, well, she kind of explained it when she gave that toast and everybody was whispering. I thought that was so funny. But yeah, Ashley, I can't stand Ashley. I really can't stand Ashley. I think Ashley is as much of a lying scam artist as her husband. I just think her and Sheila, I think they're both, you know, I think Ashley, and Michael is literally her meal ticket. Like literally her meal ticket. Like literally a meal ticket for her and her mother. They start off, you know, kind of with the fight, and then Gizelle said something that stuck out to me, saying that, you know, we've always been above the stereotype. And I'm thinking to myself, how are you above the stereotype light-skinned girl married to a dark-skinned man who is a pastor who cheats on her? And what's more stereotypical than a pastor who cheats on his wife and the wife leaves him and then goes back? What's more stereotypical than that? I don't like shit like that. I don't like respectability politics. I don't like that they believe that they really came in on the first season of Potomac acting like they were like these high society women. And I mean, I don't know if there would be considered high society. I know that Potomac is not a cheap place to live, but I don't know. I'm like, whatever. I didn't like that comment. I just didn't. What's stereotypical? Fighting? Like, I don't understand. Like, why can't black people fight each other? I don't get that. What's so stereotypical about fighting? Maybe she's talking about fighting on reality TV. Maybe that's what she's talking about. But I'm like, what are you talking about, Gizelle? But my theory is that, this is my theory, is that Gizelle, first of all, she doesn't like Monique. Ever since Monique told her that she had more than one house, when she tried to get her together, and she got her right back together and was like, bitch, I got like 4 houses, so what's the tea? And ever since then, Gizelle has had a hard-on for Monique. So whatever Monique does, she is going to be on the other side of that. And she just is. I didn't like the stereotypical comment. I didn't like that. I did like Monique's interview look, that black interview look with the little puffs, afro puffs on the back. I thought that was really cute. Everybody's just as shocked. Everybody's shocked, just as shocked as Gizelle's daughters about this relationship that Gizelle has going on with Jamal. Even all of the women were like, Karen was like, I don't have nothing to say about it. Nothing. I don't have nothing to say about it. Robin's like, I never thought that she would go back there. Candiace was like, girl, okay, wear a condom. You know, like, whatever you want to do, girl, like, that's up to you, but bitch, put a condom on, because he's community dick. I mean, he passes around his dick like the collection plate, basically. It's unfortunate because Gizelle's daughters have said in the past about their mother that they seem like she's not a complete person unless she has a man. So I'm glad that they are kind of rejecting what they're seeing in terms of that relationship. I think that they're saying basically it's fake. Y'all fake. He calls us, and then right when he's done talking to us, he calls you, I guess, like to check in. And I don't know if these are instructions from Gizelle, like just call them so they can have things on camera with you calling them. I don't know, but the girls are like, this is fake, it's phony. We feel like we're the third wheels, and the other daughter was like the fifth wheel. You know what I'm saying? It just seems like they're not they weren't privy to the storyline, so they're being honest about how they feel. And I think it's best to not, if you're gonna lie on TV about your relationship with your ex-husband, that you're gonna be in a relationship, I don't know, should you tell your daughters? Like, should you be like, okay, well, we about to just act like dad's coming back? That's an emotional, you're playing with those kids' emotions. You understand what I'm saying? They already are kind of rejecting. To me, I don't know, they didn't look very happy about the situation. And to me, it was just like exposing the lie, you know? Gizelle said she fixed her relationship, that Kevin Liles told her to go fix it. How are you the woman who was cheated on by a man and you got to go fix the relationship? That kind of shit makes me want to vomit. Like, literally it makes me sick to my fucking stomach, because the consequences for Jamal Bryant's behavior is that he should have lost his wife, period, for his behavior. Like, you did good leaving him, Gizelle. Why are you going back to that? So that means, like, okay, well, she'll leave and she'll come back. You know, like, what's the incentive for him to change his behavior? And clearly there was, like, about 6 months ago, there was another person who came out allegedly and said that they have a baby by him, and I guess Gizelle was like, no, that's not true. But I'm like, I don't know, girl, that's a mess. It really is. But I mean, and what's crazy is, what happened to every Hue Beauty? I heard that that's not in Target anymore. What happened to that? Like, is Gizelle the type of woman, like her daughter said, you feel you're like an incomplete person when there's not a man around? So do you want to be on this show so bad that you're willing to do that, and then in return your daughters be kind of emotionally in this like tug of war? Because they're feeling like, first of all, we don't like what he did to you. That's number one. We read the internet, bitch. We don't like what he did to you. And number two, it's just fake. It's a lot of performances going on. That's how I felt that they were saying, how they were talking to Gizelle. I thought it was funny when Monique showed up to Karen's house with that damn parrot, and she was like, girl, you brought the bird, but you didn't bring the baby. I thought that was cute. We know what he's done in the past. Those girls have read the internet. So Candiace, she's going to throw a party, diamonds and denim. She ends up having it at the place where they were, you know, I guess scouting or whatever. And they told her it was going to, she was like, well, we're working with about $5,000. And she's like, well, to do like a whole bar and everything, it would be about $20,000. So we're like, okay, no cash, no open bar. We're going to do a cash bar. So that's going to alleviate the money, the bulk of the money. So they're doing a 1-year anniversary. She did talk about her relationship with her mother and how she's no longer financially supporting her. And I think that's perfect. Once that you remove, here it is. As long as you're depending on somebody for your survival, they are going, especially like in the baby boomer era. And trust me, believe me, my mother and father used to help me financially, and I believe that's where the lack of respect came from. It's almost as though they didn't respect me, because like, I can talk to you any kind of way, I can treat you any kind of way, and I help you financially here and there. You know what I mean? And I think that lends to the parent believing, oh, this person is still a child because I'm still taking care of you. Now, in other families where look at Tinsley. Tinsley and I are the same age, and she comes from a different, you get taken care of for your whole life and nobody says anything, but it still lends to, I'm being treated like a kid, right? Tinsley didn't like the way the women used to talk to her like she was a child. Candiace has a problem with people talking to her like she's a child. She was really set off when Monique called her little girl. And then it also lends to somebody being able to read you and be like, your mama takes care of you. You live in your mama's house. I'm not going to be able to defend that. Candiace can't defend that because all of that is true. You're getting mad at Ashley for saying this is your mom's house, even though it's wrong for Ashley to say that, but she's reading you in your own house, and is it really your house? It's your mama's house. So it's like ammunition, basically. Like you're a grown-ass woman married and your mama's still taking care of you, girl. It's a read. It's an easy read. So, you know, I think Candiace has that problem. And you see that she, like, the dress was cute, the jeans were awful. The dress was cute, the jeans were horrific. They just, I don't know. What's the lady's name? The Dr. Wendy, is her name Wendy? Dr. Wendy? She looked nice in her outfit with her cut up jeans. Karen didn't come there with any jeans on, you know, and you could see, what's the lady's name? Candiace said that Karen is her favorite person. And I said last season that I felt like Karen was the replacement for Candiace's mother. She's still an older woman. She's around her, you know, she's about the same age, maybe a little younger than her mother. She has that mother figure, and Karen, for her, is more down to earth than her mother. She doesn't have the, I don't want to say the investment, but there's not that, they're not related. So you still have this mother figure who is not going to be as judgmental as your parent would be. And choices that you made, it will be a different approach, in my opinion. What happened after that? So yeah, they were at they rented out this place for their 1 year anniversary. It was cute. Yeah, it was cute. It was like whatever. Then we get to Ashley. Monique goes over to Ashley's house, and it's so cute that Monique's son she's potty training him so early. I think it is hilarious. It is so cute. He is so cute. I don't know who he looks like yet. And I apparently Monique doesn't like that Gizelle calls Chris big boy. When I was watching the reunion, I did notice, because people are like, okay, so what's up with Monique and Ashley's relationship? Like, what's the tea? And my theory is that them tapes that Michael is on, Monique and Chris have them. Because there's no way in the world you can have all this security and not security cameras in your basement. I don't see it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that doesn't even make sense to me. So I believe that they have footage of Michael doing whatever it is that he did. It was interesting that Chris and Michael, after the reunion last season, they went to have drinks, right? And now Ashley and Monique is smiling in each other's face because they got babies. So Ashley and Michael went for a walk. Looked like they have never gone for a walk before in their lives together, with the baby in the stroller. And apparently she's acting like she's this, overprotective mother. She doesn't want the kid to be out. He's breathing. It's very performative. I don't believe it. Like, to me, honestly, I feel like Ashley is a con artist. Her and her mother, I call them grifters. I'm sorry, I don't think the man that Ashley, when she went to that house to meet that man, I don't think that man is her father. I just don't. That's the thing I came up in my head. I just don't believe that I don't believe her mother. I don't believe that that's Ashley's father. That's why he was like closing the door, like, I'm not dealing with this. I'm not. Who? Your father? Get away from me and get them cameras off of my property before I shoot everybody. That's what I'm looking at. Like, I think they're liars. Anyways, I thought it was hilarious, all the side conversations and let's get to Juan and So Michael and Ashley, they go for a walk. Ashley's overbearing, overprotective of little Gollum baby. I said the baby looks like Gollum. He still looks like Gollum. He looked just like Michael. He looks like Gollum, except for his skin is more supple than his father's dry ass skin. That's the only difference. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know what's up with Monique and Ashley. Y'all tell me what your theory is behind it. I just think that they have video. They got the footage of Michael. Monique, she is trying to work on her relationship with Candiace. I thought it was funny when at the end, when they showed Monique looking at Candiace, and you could see, like, you could hear the fighting in the rumblings in the background of their fighting. I thought that was hilarious. The side conversations. So Gizelle wants Candiace to apologize, right? So they went to have dessert tasting, and then later on at Candiace's party, Gizelle is still telling her, you need to apologize to Ashley. Now, to me, I feel like you can't make a person apologize if she actually meant it. The only way that a person is apologizing is if they feel bad for what they did. And I don't think that Candiace feels bad for what she said about Ashley. They said that Candiace gets online and cusses people out. And here's another case of somebody, basically when they're defending themselves, they go for their jugular, right? We have that in Dorinda. We have that in Kim Richards. We have that in Kenya Moore. Now we have it in Candiace, what's her last name? Dillard, right? So she goes off on people. She called Ashley a bed wench. She called her all these different names, and they want her to apologize to Ashley, and she's looking like, apologize for what? I meant what I said to her. I meant what I said. So you're not gonna make me apologize. I'm not apologizing. Now, should she apologize if she said something that hurt Ashley's feelings and she cares about Ashley's feelings? Yes. Should she? And Gizelle wants her to apologize because she said something about Gizelle's house being a fixer-upper or something. She said silly about Gizelle's house. But Gizelle, you was on I want to say Watch What Happens Live, but on the after show, laughing at what her mother said to you and sharing that with the world. Like, so I'm talking about your house. So what's up? Are you gonna apologize for laughing at me? Well, that came from your mother. Okay, but you still was laughing and kikiing on the TV about me. So what is it gonna be? Are you gonna apologize, Gizelle? Because Gizelle is another one. She does a lot. She's very shady, and she always never, I don't know. It was just, it was funny to me. It was like she always makes up an excuse for her shade. So I don't understand why Candiace can't do the same thing. What are you gonna do? Karen, she gets up there and she starts explaining what's going on in her marriage with her and Ray, and she's now a businesswoman. She's seen a different side of her marriage, and we are going to, I guess, revisit the institution of marriage, the fake institution of marriage. The shit is fake as hell. The shit is fake as hell, and you think that you have to, Oh, let me see. They changed the lanes over here. Okay, I see what they did. So what happened after that? When Monique told Wendy, I'm 35% Nigerian. That was cute. Karen said she wasn't impressed with Wendy. I wonder why. I wonder what that's all about. Yeah, and I really think that the side conversations, 5 years boo-boo, and we're going strong. Yeah, they we're gonna see what the season is gonna be like. We see how we're setting everything up. I guess every episode they're going to give you a little appetizer of this fight that Monique and Candiace were in. Also, Monique has a song called Drag Queens, and she says it's not about dragging Candiace, which I believe is a flat out lie. She said it has something to do with standing up for yourself, but the lyrics mention something about making a request. So remember when Candiace was like, are you gonna drag me? You wanna drag me? You gonna drag me then. So the lyrics to that song say something to the effect of, you get what you ask for, I keep my promises, or something like that. And then Gizelle on Watch What Happens Live was like, she's in promoting violence. Is she promoting violence? Monique responded last night and said, I'm not promoting violence. The show is promoting violence. Violence that started with you? Is that what we're doing? Like, Monique, that's the one thing that I have a problem with. I guess that's for every human, when it's like, for me, I feel like if you're gonna make a song called Drag Queens, because the tagline is Drag Me, Monique, and you want to call yourself a drag queen, is it promoting violence? Is that what she's doing? Or, okay, I have my badge. But then don't come out. See, this is the problem where I have. Don't come out and say, no, that's not what the song is about. What do you mean? That's exactly what it's about. Why is it called Drag Queens? And then you're going to lie and say that it's not about Candiace. That to me, I feel like stand in your shit. Be like, yeah, it's about Candiace, but you don't want to look like, you know, an all natural holistic mother. You don't want to look like you've created a song. I should probably park in the front, huh? There's nobody back here, like empty. A couple cars. This is like 1, 2, 3, 4 cars, 5 cars in the parking lot. Let me go up here, y'all. Okay, y'all, that's pretty much it of the episode. Y'all tell me what you think. Take care of each other, protect your energy, and we'll get down in the comments. Peace.